Hello!
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of CJ Discovery. Today we have an exciting game that we're going to play. I found it at Meijer. It was... I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was like $15. It was less than $20. It might have been $19.99, but it was $20 or less. Yeah.
Okay.
You good with that? You good with that?
Yeah.
So here it is. It is called Gravity Maze, and it looked really exciting to me and very educational. It's a logic game. You have to get the marble through the maze to the end, and you build the maze as you play the game. So I am very excited to get into here. This game says it is by Think Fun. It is for 8 to adult. It actually says it's a single player game, but we're going to do it together.
Let's get in this box. If it ever opens. 3 billion.
Okay, so in here we've got a little tray, a whole bunch of different cubes, and it looks like, yep, there's like ones with 3 and ones with 4.
Some with 2.
And this one, which I love the color of. He's so pretty. And we've got a little one here. So here we go. We've got these.
The starter.
These are our challenge cards. And there's that.
Yeah.
Where are you in?
No instruction. I'm just experimenting, and I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I bet this is the instructions. So the instructions was inside of here. So we are going to take some time, read the instructions, and we will be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. We have read through the instructions. They do not seem too hard. It seems definitely like one of those games that kind of the principle of it is really easy. It is actually the solving of it that is difficult. It is a solitaire type of game. However, because of the difficulty, I think that it's something that people can work together on and make it more than just an individual. And you're not playing against each other. So what we have here is a stack of cards, and they are a variety of difficulties ranging from a beginner level, there is an intermediate, an advanced, and an expert. The basic principle of this is that you are going to build a maze on here, and the object is to get the marble to go from the beginning of the maze to the target at the end. You're given this stack of bricks here to work with, ranging in size, and you have to follow the card. I'm going to bring one of the cards up close so that you can see it and so I can explain some of the things that are on it. Okay, so this is our card, and as you can see, this is the gray grid that we have. This little white dot represents the place that you're going to start, and the red is the place that you're going to finish. The card shows you where to set up your beginning blocks. In this case, we're going to set up a yellow at the top here and a red at the bottom. As you can see, there's also little black dots around there, and the black dots tell you which way to turn your block. It is very obvious on this here. If you look, there are black dots all over here that show you, and they are different depending on which way you're going to lay it. At the bottom of the card, it shows you what you're going to add. Now, these are the pieces that you are allowed to move around, and this is what you're going to have to try to solve to get it from here to here. You are not allowed to move these that you start with. They have to stay in that position. Okay, so we are going to begin with the beginning card that I just showed you, and we're going to set up the board like that. Now, if you get stuck on the really hard ones, there is a solution on the back. We're going to not peek at those. This one should be really easy. It is the beginning one. We hope it's really easy anyway. I say that and then we can't solve it. We'll get a problem. Okay, so we have set up our game board the way this card shows, and now we are going to select the purple and the gray that it tells. That's no way to play the game.
It's not a dice.
We're going to select the purple and the gray, and these are the ones that says that it says that we are supposed to add to make it a maze. There are some rules about this, and I'm going to explain those real quickly about how you add it. The bottom of the card that I showed you the tiny square, the purple, and the gray. That means that because it's a tiny square, it means we're going to add them standing straight up. However, if it was a longer square, that will be seen on a later one, and we'll show one of those later, you have to stack it horizontally on there. So both of these are supposed to be stacked straight up. Now, one of the rules is that you can stack it on top, but if it's going to be stacked horizontally, you have to have at least 2 towers underneath of it. You cannot have less than 2. The other thing is that you can't extend it outside of the grid. So I could not put this one like this to where it sticks out over the grid. It has to be all on the grid. So we're going to see if he can solve this one all on his own. Here you go. Let me have the marble. See if you can figure it out.
So since that one goes that way, let's see. There.
So we think we have a solution here.
Yep.
You're going to take the marble and drop it right in there. Let's see. Yep, it went right in there. Did it go through all of them that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a beginner card. That seems kind of simple. We're going to jump up to the next level and try one of those. I'm going to bring it forward so you can see the card first and we'll go from there. So here's the card we are going to do next. I remember I mentioned that sometimes it is going to be horizontal that you have to put it in, and you see how that one is longer. The grid starts out with the same, the red and the yellow, and we're going to have to line those up the way the lining up is a little bit different. So you're going to do that. And then it looks like we are supposed to use a yellow and a gray and then a purple laid down horizontally. Okay, we've set up our board just like the picture, and we have the yellow, the gray, and the purple. And we know that this has to go down like this. So let's see. Well, we're allowed to stack them if we want to, but let's see when we drop this in here where this goes. We've got a hole going into there, but we need it to come in the top then. Okay, well, how do you think? Oh, we have this one too. That's the problem. We had that one too.
Then it would. Failure.
Oh, the hole. There's only a hole on one side, but we're gonna be dropping it on the side. Oh. Stupid marble, come back. There we go. This one we finally solved it. It took a little while actually. The only problem I've had is that the ball is not dropping the same way every time. So if I take this card apart, we were testing it by dropping it through this first one. And most of the time it would come out and drop this way, but occasionally it would drop the wrong way. And then when we got this brick in, when we got the second brick in here, it kept dropping to the side. So of course we knew that we had to put a brick here, but then as we put the brick here, it kept dropping over to this side for some reason. So most of the time it's dropping over here, and it just did it, it's dropping over here. So it looks like even if you have a solution, you may have to drop it a few times to make sure that it drops the right way. I am going to peek and see if we got the right solution. Let me put this back in the way we had it. Their solution is quite a bit different from ours, actually.
Theirs were.
Alright, well, we just set it up like they had it on the back of the card here, so let's see. They actually had us stacking the yellow one on top of the purple one. Let's see if it consistently drops like that. Maybe that's the problem. You want to try? You're supposed to drop here. Now it stopped for us over in the gray.
Oh, because it...
Do I not have it the right way?
Nope. Yep.
Oh, that goes in. Let's see if it goes in a second time. It's going in every time that way, so it looks like if you actually get an adequate solution, it is going to go in and maybe it doesn't inconsistently drop. So for our final time for this video, we are going to try one of the really hard ones, and I want to show you one more thing on the card. Okay, so this is the final card we're going to use. As you can see, we are supposed to use a blue, a green, a yellow, and a purple. This is one of the advanced. There are one more level higher than this. And this is the other thing that I wanted to show you. For some of these challenges, you're going to need to stack bricks. In this case, we're going to have to stack one of the green and one of the purple. The color on the outside goes closest to the grid or on the bottom, and the color on the inside goes highest on the grid or on top. Sometimes it might be 2 or 3 colors depending on how hard it is and how many blocks you use. So in this case, when we set it up to start with, we are going to use the green and purple on top of each other, and of course setting up the dots just like we did in previous cards according to that. We've got this one set up like it is on the card. As you can see, the green is stacked under the purple and the target's over here. We are supposed to use the blue, the green, the yellow, and the gray, and they are all supposed to be stacked vertically up and down, not horizontally. Here, have fun with it.
Okay.
And I don't know if you saw on here, but they're actually only traveling a matter of 3 spaces.
I can always make adjustments. Technically, that side and that side.
That side drops it. See, this side will drop it down now. Ah. Okay, I think it'll work this time. Okay, why don't you try to drop the marble? Here we go, nothing. Take 2. Drop it now. Oh. Oh my goodness.
There, finally.
That took so much effort. And it's really neat though, because when we were at the beginning, it dropped from one tower to the next tower to the next tower, and it was just kind of a sequence like this. For these advanced cards, yeah, for these advanced cards, it looks like you have to work it. It goes, the solution to this one was for it to go from here to here to here, and then it goes back all the way around into here. So it actually hits the tower, the blue tower, it hits it twice. The yellow tower, it hits it twice. So it's really neat, and it's definitely very heavy thinking. I doubt he could have solved this one with a lot of time. Maybe after he saw a few done, he could figure it out, but it would take him a long time, I think, to figure that one out. That wasn't even one of the hardest ones. That was an advanced. There is actually an expert level that goes even harder, I suppose. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have seen that answer. That looked really difficult. I mean, I just saw the back of that. It's like crazy. I don't even know what that, there's like this really long green. That's just nuts. Anyway, I'm not interested in doing that one tonight. I think this was a great little game, and I like that you can play it by yourself, or you could work with some friends on the harder ones to do it and see if you can solve it. It does kind of get a little, with more people grabbing in and pieces and stuff, that can get a little grabby, especially, you know, depending on the patience of the kid. But this was fun. The dog is off camera going... What are you doing? What are you doing, little girl? What do you think about this game?
I
don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Wobbles.
You know what that means is somebody really needs to go to bed for the night. Yes.
No.
This is a school night.
Beast Boy and Cyborg does games, and one of them they did waffles. Like speaking.
I guess it does.
Language. They're all saying waffles.
Sincerely, without waffles, what do you think about this game?
I like it.
You like it? Do you think you can solve it on your own if I wasn't here?
Maybe.
I don't know that I can solve the expert without some help. It would take a while. I'm a fan of this game. I think it was definitely good for brains. I sound like a zombie. Brains. So once again, this was the Gravity Maze. It is made by Think Fun, and it says for 8 to adult, and it is a single player game. Thank you for joining us on this episode of CJ Discovery. It has been fun playing this game. Please be sure to click that like button if you enjoyed it. And we would love it if you would click subscribe. We do these every Saturday. We put them out and we are having so much fun doing them. Please be sure to leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. We love to hear opinions from people. And, you know, give us some ideas if you saw some kits that you would like us to try. I am going to go put this man to bed because it is late and he is slap happy. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.